So find yourself a nice position. Just have the chair to hand because we might need to grab that at some point in a minute, okay? Make sure that I've got the recording on. Yeah, cool. So for those who can't make it, they'll see everything. Okay, let's just have a little check of our body, okay? Don't have to look in the mirror, just check it out. Okay, so soft knees, always have a little bend in the knees, never dead straight, just a little soft knee. Then just check that pelvis, tummy, and the hips are forward. So maybe not standing like this, you just tuck it in, okay? All right, but then the shoulders try and go back so that the body's nice and long and tall. Lovely. And then we try not to push our head forward, because sometimes the chin will come forward. We just try and keep the head in a line and lovely and tall. Good, okay. So the first one we're going to do is just taking our arms back behind us as much as you can, over the top, into prayer, and then round again. So we can start doing this with the breath. So we can breathe in as we go up and breathe out as you come down. Just taking it nice and steady, just starting to warm up those shoulders and upper back. And lovely deep breath. And in. Good. And out. Now the shoulders always make lots of noises, so don't worry too much about them, they will do. But it's great to keep them moving. One more time. Good. Alright. So we're just going to take those arms up one more time, and we're going to put our hands together like Charlie's Angels. Do you remember how Charlie's Angels, they always used to do the action like this? So you've got your hands as Charlie's Angels. So the arms are nicely above, and that really makes you stand lovely and tall, lifting your ribs away from your hips. Good. And then we're just going to have a little lean. Just be careful not to go too far. Just stretching one side and then stretching. Hi Kate, she's back. Well done. And again. If this hurts your back at all, just make sure you're not stuck in your bottom out. You've got it tucked under, and that will just protect your back. One more to each side. Here we go. Little lean. Good. And little lean. Lovely. Let's take those arms down. Okay, we're going to carry on that theme with the arms a little bit more. So we're just going to put our palms towards our legs. Okay, so back of the hand, slowly lift. And you want to see if you can get it as near to your ear. And that doesn't mean moving your head down. That means moving the arm up to the ear. Brilliant. Just down so the palm touches the leg, up to the other side. So there could be a place that starts to get a little bit stiff. See if you can get that right next to the ear and down again. Good. So we're just going to flow a little bit more. So we're going to take it up, touch the ear, and down. As it touches, we're going to go back up with the other arm. And down. So palm touches the leg and comes back up the other side. Good. Just really getting that maximum reach. One more each side. Here we go. Up we go. Lovely. So you might find as the arms warm up, they get a little bit more mobile. Good. So we're going to stick with those arms again. So we're going to reach up to the front, take our shoulder blades back, so really squeeze them back behind you. Then you're going to go, ah! And then down again, and forward, and just bring them down. Here we go. So lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Give me a ah. Down, forward, and drop. Let's do that 2 more times. Here we go. So squeeze the shoulder blades. Oh, we got Carol coming in. So squeeze your shoulder blades. Take the arms back. Oh, Carol. Take the arms back. Hands up. Go ah. Down, forward. One last time. Here we go. So coming up. Shoulder blades back, tilt the arms up, back down, forward, and give them a nice little roll. Oh, so that's the arms out of the way. So we're just working those shoulders and arms, okay. Good, give yourself a little hug. Bring those shoulder blades open at the back. Good. Well done. Good, okay. So now we're going to look at our hips and our pelvis. So I want you to just tilt. I want you to tilt forward and back. So think that your waistband is a bucket, top of the bucket of water. You're going to tip the water out, and and then you're going to try and tip the water out the other way. So tip, 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 tip. That's it. So just moving those hips forward and back, tilting and back, tilt and back. Good. Just really working that lower back, but also making the tummy work. Good. Nice. Then we're going to just lift the hip one side and lift the hip the other. So I'm going up onto my toe and I'm lifting the hip. So shortening each side, so a little crunch here and then a little crunch here. Good. Just tilting, tilting, tilting. Good. Lovely. And then we're going to add that together. So we're going to lean forward, tilt sideways, back, side and round. So we're just going to go round in a circle, and then you can flow once you've got the hang of it. That's it. Tucking the tailbone under as you come forward, sticking it out as you go back. And we're going to change direction, go the other way. Tilt under, really working around the hips, and around the tummy and the back. Good. Super. Well done. So I'm going to take your feet a little bit wider like we do sometimes. Okay, and we're going to rock. So we're going to bend one knee and bend the other. Bend one knee, bend the other. If you want to do this with the arms out and give a little twist, and multitasking. Good. This is opening up the inside of the legs because it gets very stiff if we don't do this sort of move, which generally in the day you don't tend to do. So, a couple of options here. We're going to stop here. If you could get your chair nearby like mine, okay, you can put your hand on the chair and reach up and over. And then come back up, standing tall. Little lean on the chair, reach over, and you can see how lovely and long and straight, all the way up the leg, all the way up the side to your arm. Lovely deep stretch. And you can go deeper into this leg because you're holding onto the chair, so you're not worried about wobbling or falling over. Let's do one more this side. That's lovely. Okay, coming back up, we're just going to rock a little bit. Loosen both legs up again. Little reach. Can you reach if somebody's pulling you? Bit of tug of war with your arm. Good. So we're just going to come up and see if you can move the chair to the other side. Hopefully your chairs aren't too heavy and you can manoeuvre them around. Same thing again, out into the wide. Let's do a couple of little rocks, getting back into the right position again. Good. Then we're going to pop our hand onto the chair. If you don't want to, you can put your hand on your leg, or you can just do it without. It's up to you, but I'm just giving you the option with the chair. Reach in, come tall. Reach in. Oh, lovely. Great movements, guys. Really stretching the side of the body. Back up. Let's do one more big stretch. Good. Coming up. Let's rock. Okay. Now, a couple of options here. If you're okay with bending over and bending forward, keep the legs nice and wide. If you're okay and you know that bending forward is not a problem for you, and you can just bend down and maybe pop your hands on the floor. If that's a problem, stand against your chair and just lean forward, holding onto the chair for support. You won't probably go so far, but that's probably enough to give you that stretch in the back of the legs. Hold yourself there and then come back up to standing. So find what's best for you. If you feel you can go all the way down to the floor, then come down, touch the floor. You may want to just have a little bend in the legs, and then you're going to come back up again. Oh, that's a big move, isn't it? Are you ready? One more. Let's go down. Keep going all the way. Wonderful. Let's feel the head disappear. Lovely. And coming back up. Let the blood come back to the head. Make sure you're not feeling too dizzy or anything before you do anything else. That's good. So, two options here. Okay, I'm going to show you the first option. Hand on the chair. Can you remember where we've done this opening up? And then we've gone and threaded the needle and reached through. Now, if that's enough for you, because this is all about the back and movement of your back, then that's great. If you're a little bit more adventurous and you know you're okay to touch the floor, you can put your hand on the floor, you can reach up, and then you can thread your arm through. It's entirely up to you. You know your ability, And if it's better to stay with the chair, then it's to stay with the chair. Okay, so we're going to change sides. Pop the other hand, taking the other hand up. You notice I'm staying with the chair. And then we're just moving our back, reaching up, lovely and high and twisting, and then going through, reaching far through as you can. Couple more this side. Try to keep the hips fairly still, so it's your back that moves, not your hips. Your hips would look like this, whereas you're dropping this hip and you're twisting. Try and keep the hips still, so you reach and you reach. Good, lovely. Come back up. Ooh, let the blood go back to the head properly. Well done. Really massive movements though, so well done for trying them out. So much of our lives we sort of live a little bit like this. It's lovely to open out and really use those muscles that we don't always use. Okay, so again, you've got the chair here just for support and balance if you want. We're going to lift our knee and put it down. Then we're going to lift it straight. Then we're going to take it out to the side without tilting the pelvis, so not big lift, just a little lift. And then we're going to take it out the back and lean forward. So whenever I take it out the back, I always lean forward. Okay, so not to pinch the back, just lean forward. Then you're going to change legs. So lift the knee, bent, straighten to the front. Little lift to the side, so I can still use the same chair on the same side. And a little lean forward. Okay, so a little bit of balance. If you want to test yourself without holding on to the chair, just be careful. Or just a finger, all right? Here we go. So we're going to lift the knee. Stand lovely and tall. Lift the leg. Stand, lift to the side. Lift to the back. Lean forward. Good. Use your arms for balance. Brilliant. Lifting the knee nice and bent. Lift it nice and high. Lift it straight. Out to the side. Arms for balance. And out the back. Okay, we're going to do that one more on each side. Here we go. Lifting the knee. Lovely balance if you want to. Lift the leg. Take it out to the side. Leaning forward. Balance. Good. Other side. Lift that knee. Lift it forward. Take it out. Just a little lift to the side. Doesn't go high. And out to the front. Brilliant. Well done. That's good. Just give those legs a little shake. And that really starts making the whole of that core and the back and the glutes and everything work. So well done. So want to grab your band. Okay. And put a little bit of strength work in. So stand on your band with one foot. Okay. I want your knuckles up and your fingers down. Okay. I want you to hold your band so that when you lift your arms to the front and to the side, just feel that tension, that pull. Oh, we've got Carol trying to come in again. Let's have a little look. What's happening? Having trouble. Trying again. Bless her. Okay, so the moves are just standing lovely and tall, hold the core in, to the front, to the side. Hi Carol.
Hiya.
Are you joining? Sorry. Join us when you can, my dear. Take it steady. So just lifting. See my shoulders trying to stay nice and low. Try not to lift that shoulder too much. Good. Couple more, guys. How are we feeling? Oh, a little bit of strength move. Now this time I want you to turn your hand over. I want you to put the band on top. You might want to hold it a little bit shorter because you're a little bit stronger in this muscle. And I want you to do a little bicep curl. Keeping the elbow in beside you. That's it. A really good one if you've got a weight, just to keep those muscles going. You can really easily do this with even a bottle of water, a reasonably heavy bottle of water. Just feel it. And if you keep that elbow into the side, you can really feel it in the front of the arm. Lovely. Super job. Okay. So we're going to change. Get back to my foot. Change to the other side. Okay. Stand nice and firmly on the band. Lovely and tall in the body. And we're going to have our fingers down and our back of our hand pointing up. And we're just going to do our lifting. To the side. Good. So it does use the core as well because you're staying nice and firm, nice and solid. If you try one with a bit of a floppy, it's really hard to do. So you need to stay lovely and firm in the body. You'll soon see that. Good. Couple more each way. Here we go. Definitely getting those arms going today, aren't we? Last one. Brilliant. So change. Palm comes up. Hand goes across. Might need to hold it a little bit lower down. Are you ready? Brace. Keep that elbow in. Here we go. Lifting the band. Now, if any of you find the band too easy, then you can always double the band up. That's the way to make it stronger, or just hold it lower down and then you've got more to pull. Try and keep the shoulder down and the elbow in. That's looking good. Nice balance, brilliant. Cool. Good. Last one. Well done. Okay, one last one to finish. We've got to do the back of the arm. We've done the front, we've done the shoulders. So if you remember what we've done before, we've laid the band over our back and our hands with our fingers pointing up. Okay, we want to get the shoulders back, elbows back. We're touching our bottom and then straightening, touching and straightening, touching and straightening. So it's a real test on those shoulders. So if your band's out here, you're probably a little bit too far. Try and come in a little bit. So it's touching the bottom and straightening. See if I can see. That's it. So if you find yourself leaning forward, try and stand up nice and tall. In a nice calf stretch sort of position is good. Can we feel it? Can we feel it? One more. Okay, so it really does stretch the front here, doesn't it, that one, just to get your shoulders back, okay? That's because we get very rounded, it me included, okay? So this gets very short. So as soon as we start doing this, it's going to pull there. And then we're just working the back of the arms. Let's do 5 more, ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Elbows in as much as you can. So not out here, in as much as you can. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5, good, well done. Woo! That's given us a little bit of a workout on those arms. So let's take that arm across and pull it in. You should feel all those muscles having a bit of a stretch. So if tomorrow you feel a little bit sore around the arms, this is a really good stretch to do. Good, and the other side. Pull that arm in. Good, okay. So, we're going to use our chair for some stretches now, alright? I'm going to turn it round. Stretches, that means the hard work's over. Alright. But stretching is just as important, so we're going to do quite a long stretch today, okay? So, make sure your chair is really supported, alright? And it's not going to slide away or disappear, because we're going to put a foot on it. Only if you're happy to do this, I can always show you a difference if not. If you can pop your foot up onto your chair, just check that it's not going to go anywhere. Okay? We don't want any little falls or anything. Okay, once we're sturdy, everybody, we're just going to rock forward. Can you see the difference? I'm opening up the front of this hip flexor and you're stretching behind your leg. And just hold it there. Are we all okay? If you need to put your chair against the wall for this one so that the chair doesn't move, then that's advisable to just take time and do that. So you're just sinking into this stretch. Lovely. Come back up very carefully, change over to the other leg. Check that the chair's not going to go, it's not going to slide away, and then we're just going to rock in that stretch. So we're stretching the back of the leg and the hip flexor on the other side. Good. A little bit of a calf stretch down there at the heel as well in this position, so we're multitasking. Lovely. Then come back up. Now, we always talk about the back of the legs. Don't forget, if this one on the chair is too much for you, you can sit back and you can stretch your leg here. So you sit back into it, hands onto your bent leg, and you stretch that leg out in front. So that's one stretch. But try this. If you're feeling confident enough that you can get your legs up onto the chair, your chest is going to come towards your foot, not collapsing. Just lean forward and you will feel that stretch. I'm sure you will. Lovely. If you can get it. If not, if that's too much for you, go back onto the floor, leg out in front, leg bent and reach forward. So there's always two options, but I just wanted to challenge some of you to just try this stretch. Okay, let's change leg. So again, if you're staying on the floor, one leg out in front of you, sit back, hand on the bent leg. If you want the challenge, which I can see quite a few of you are, leg up onto the chair, chest goes forward. And yes, I think I should do this a lot more because I can feel that stretch. I think I should get up every hour from my chair and do this stretch. So if you see me doing it in the future, you know what I'm doing. It's a really good stretch for that hamstring, so well done. Brilliant. Okay, really good. So our next one is going to be our abductors, which are the inside of our legs here. Not ones we tend to use very much, so watch. Chair, leg onto chair. I want you to drop your knee, turning your foot onto the side. Can you see my foot's on its side? So you're literally gone from up here to there. So I'll show you head on if I can. So instead of the knee being up, the knee drops and then lean forward. And you might feel it on the outside of the hip, on the inside of the hip, but by dropping that knee, you've opened up. Okay. Looking good, guys. So the real nice deep stretch, a bit unusual, so just take it steady. Well done. Okay, let's try the other leg. So I'm going to swing my chair around. Again, very gently popping the leg up onto the chair. Make sure that you're okay first, and you're just dropping that knee, resting the foot on the side. If that's enough for you, you don't need to lean forward. That could be enough. If you feel you can stretch a little bit more, just lean that body into it. And you're really stretching down those hips, inside and down. So there's a very similar one we do on the chair, on the floor, where we reach through and hold our legs. So it is something that you're used to doing, but where we usually go on the floor. Bit of a different one, isn't it? Good, okay. And the very last one, our usual, is to just, if you can, just hold your leg and bring it up behind you. So the option, if you can't do that, you can pop your foot on the chair and it still can stretch the front of the leg. But if you can, get hold of your leg and hold it up and do a proper quad stretch like this, and that's better. And in between, I'll quickly show you while you're holding it. And in between for anybody is use the band. So it's an in between. It's not on the chair, not all the way up, but you can hold the band around your leg. Lovely, change over. So again, I'll show you, I've got my band. I pop it in front of my leg, hold it behind, and then bring it up. Let's stretch in the front of the leg. We'll have a good stretch today, guys. So even if you don't do a workout some days, just to have a nice stretch is really good. That's great. Brilliant. Now the best bit, we're going to sit down. We're going to have a sit down. So, band can go out the way. Come and sit on your chair. Not necessarily going to be that easy, this part though. Okay. So, I want you to take your hands and pop them behind your head. But what I don't want you to do is force your head forward. So I've got no pressure, almost by my ears really. Okay. And with this, we're going to bring the elbows together and lean forward. And then we're going to sit nice and tall and open up that chest. Elbows together, leaning forward. Forwards, I think they're just doing a test. Forwards and back. One more time, here we go. Forward and back. Lovely, just let those arms come down, give them a little roll. We're going to take them back up again. Okay, so similar position. This is going to be a bit testing. You know, we usually do our torso twist. Oh, a lot stiffer with the arms up. So, try not to put any pressure on your head so the head stays nice and tall, and you're trying to squeeze those shoulder blades back. You'll have to tell me in a minute, is that quite tough? So we can't get any help from the knees because we're seated. It's all from the waist up. Lovely stretch. One more time. Really pushing those shoulder blades together and let those arms come down. Let's roll. Fabulous. I'll tell you what, we're just going to do a little, who's got arms on the chair? If you haven't got an arm on your chair, then just turn into the side. Keep it flowing. If you've got an arm on your chair, you can use that to just pull you around. Sit lovely and tall. Feel that back move. Do the job. Well done. Okay. So we're going to do our little reach up. Remember how we took the hand up? That's it. Reaching up. And then when you're here, you're going to put this one down and we're going to have a little lean. No falling out of the chair. Coming back up. Arm comes down. So we're just adding that together. Hand goes up, beside the ear. Arm goes out and a little lean. Really good. There's something easy you can do. Just sitting in the chair in front of the telly. You even don't even have to get up. Here we go. And one more time. Here we go. So reach. Arm by the ear. Reach out and across. Good. Lovely. Now I just want to get that back mobile again. So we're going to reach up nice and tall and then slowly come forward. Bring the head and the hands forward. I want you to eventually reach down, touch your toes or your ankle, and then slowly come back up again. Pull in the tummy as you come up, sitting back tall. Then lean back if you can. Lovely, and here we go again. Hands down towards the toes, rolling down, all the way, every little vertebra in your back. Slowly rolling, tummy in, sitting tall. Let's do that one more time, it's a lovely move. Here we go. Tummy in. Breathe in. As you come up, breathing out. Oh, lovely. And hands go out to the side. Good. Now this one, you may need arms of your chairs. See how you feel. We're going to first of all move one leg in and out. One leg in and out. As if you're stepping over something. So that's manageable. That's not too bad. Yeah, hips are opening up. Just stretching out those. Now I want you to do it with both legs together. So I want you to go, not very ladylike, I'm sorry ladies, here we go. Both legs open, both legs closed. Both legs open, both legs closed. And again. Now this time, keep the legs open. And then I want you to do that, sitting up lovely and tall. And we're going to roll. Now please don't fall off the chair. You've got to brace your tummy. And as you lean forward, you may not be able to go so far, but you're stretching down between your legs. And then you're coming back up again. Take it steady, guys. Let's do that one more time. Here we go. Tummy in. You've got to stop yourself from falling off the chair. Legs are wide. Down we go. One more time. It just gets the back in a different position and the hips as well. And arms. Oh, challenging you today, aren't I? Okay. Now, we crossed the legs before, haven't we? So crossing the legs can stretch the glutes for some people, just literally crossing your leg, okay? If not, see if you can lift your knee up a little bit more and hug it in towards you. Once you start lifting and hugging, you'll soon feel the glutes on that side. So I'm going to just show you. It's a little bit hard with my leggings sometimes. Lifting that up as much as you can. And then the last thing you can do to increase it is look the same way as that leg. Okay, so you're looking over that shoulder, and that can really increase that right down into your bottom. All right, because we've activated those glutes today. Brilliant. And then we're going to change legs. So if crossing your legs enough, just stay there. That might be enough for you. Sit lovely and tall, cross your legs. If that isn't, lift your leg a little bit more. Hug it in as much as you can, and then look the same way as the knee that's up. And that should feel down into your glutes. Brilliant. Holding it there because we're nice and warm, so we're going to hold the stretches a little bit longer. Brilliant. Okay, couple more. I want you to just take the legs out in front and just do some point and flex. That's it. Give me a point. That's flex the foot up, and then maybe some circles with the ankle. We quite often neglect our feet, but they need stretching too. Okay, wiggle in the toes as you go. Always good to take your shoes off and have bare feet and just let them move. Let's do the other leg. Up we come, point and flex. And of course we're working the calves here, the back of the leg. And then some circles and wiggle those toes. You want to go like that. And just before we do our little breathing and relaxation, we're just going to drop the shoulders back and down. Okay, sit up lovely and tall. Tilt your head to one side with a little gentle stretch. Bring the head back up. Tilt the head to the other side. Just feel that stretch in the neck. One more time, just really keep those shoulders down, neck nice and long. Over we go. Coming back up, last one. Just let it drop. Really nice. So if you're feeling cold or a little bit stressed when the shoulders come up, it's a really good one to do. Brilliant. Okay, so we're just going to finish. Just momentarily put your hands on your legs, palms facing up, just looking down, glance down at the floor, and just take some nice deep breaths. So let's breathe in for 5, count to 5 as you breathe in, and count 5 as you breathe out. As you breathe in, I want you to sit really tall, shoulders back, and as you breathe out, I want you to slouch slightly and roll down slightly. Coming tall again. Opening the chest and just letting the air in and then blowing the air out. Again in. Count to 5 as you blow out. Last time. In. And out. Okay. Come and join me standing just one last time. Pop the chair right out of the way. Just to have that last little bit of movement. As we started, take the arms back, over the head, into prayer. A couple more, here we go. Nice and tall, stretching the body, and again. Take the arms back, lovely and tall. Last one, make it a big one, here we go. Lovely breath in, breathing out. Give yourself a clap. Yay!